Well, hello. That was the longest intro ever, done on purpose. That was the future. Literally, that was the future. The future is going to be continuous, it's going to be digital, and dare I say it, it's going to be robotic. Good day, people, and let's get started. We're going to do the universal greeting, and some are here, some are not, but this is going to be recorded. Make sure you get it. So let's get it. Beijing, ni hao. London, hello. Top of the morning to you. Los Angeles, yes, that is Los Angeles. Hey, Paris, bonjour. If you're in Lisbon, hola. And Hong Kong, hello. Yes, people, they say hello. Sweden, I've included Sweden, and believe it or not, they just say hey. This kind of sounds like English to me. So let's continue. Toronto, they say good day, A. So if you ever go to Canada, please put the A on there because that's how they say it. Tokyo, konnichiwa. My name is Trudy Art. This is the Universe Wallet, Indexer, Explorer, Minting, and Marketplace, all on tapwallet.io. Unleashing Bitcoin's full potential, making the Universe Wallet your all-in-one solution to manage really all your assets in one place. With full support, there is a bit of a list, but I kind of like that it has this full support. So there's support for TAP, the one of the best protocols out there, one of the most innovative, DMT, UNAT, Runes, BRC20, LRC20, Lambda, SRC20, Stamp, and more. What more will there be? Dogenals, perhaps? Atomicals, perhaps? If it is on Bitcoin, the mother chain, the God chain, then more than likely you're going to get support from that through the tapwallet.io. Please check it out today. And if you are mobile, remember that you can download it through Mrs. Browser. What is Mrs. Browser? That is an app that allows different projects in cryptocurrency, as a matter of fact, to give their users access to their projects mobily. That is the quickest way that I can explain that. Okay, so the next thing that I do is I always like to remind everyone that none of anything that is said here is financial advice. You must do your own research. I often say you even have to research the greeting. You probably should. Now, 3 questions for you. Do you have your water? I have my water. People don't realize it, but water is so important. I'm going to go into some stats on water. Okay, they're not stats, but some helpful things. If you're ever feeling like any tension, especially, in your forehead, just tightness, and it feels like a tension headache, try having a glass of water. No kidding, a glass of water. And within 5 minutes, you should be getting some relief. The only thing that you should be adding in your water are natural things. Like maybe you want to squeeze a little bit of lime in there for electricity because we are electrical. And maybe some fresh fruits, but nothing related to artificial. Artificial? We're going to talk about some artificial stuff like intelligence. But you should keep it all real when you put it in your water, okay, people? So the next thing that I would ask is, do you have a blood pressure monitor? And I'm being serious because the market is going to do some interesting things, and you better make sure that you're ready for it. And honest to goodness, man, we're going to start it off. I'm going to share some things today that may make you have to go out and run out and get a blood pressure monitor, okay? The next thing that I would ask you is, are you ready for the rise of the AI, artificial intelligence, within the crypto ecosystem? What do you think that AI will do within the crypto world? Why are they here? Why are they slowly coming in? And is this just the beginning, or is it just a fad? As you know, in crypto, narratives come and narratives go. But I got to tell you, we are going to look at some of the narratives. So Friday, we will probably do a show like this maybe once a month. We'll see what kind of traction we get, but we want to give you some current events and narratives so that you're ready to pump your bags and to go out and find the opportunities before this market starts to take off. For some of you already, it's taking off. I've seen some different projects out there that are really gaining traction. But to be quite honest with you, there is still a ton of opportunity. So if you hunker down and you are, like Top Dev says, ninja minting, keep it on the down low, okay? Don't tell anybody what you're doing, because once everybody knows your hand, then they start to kind of everybody starts to do the same thing. So in crypto, sometimes you have to get ahead of the crowd. So with AI, are we really getting ahead of the crowd? I'm going to jump right in here and I'm going to start talking to you about AI, and I'm going to tie it back to the universe. Yes, the universe wallet, Explorer, Indexer, and all of that. I'm going to tie it back in that because everything relates to everything within crypto. Okay. So here we go. First of all, what are AI agents? Some of you may know, and for those of you who don't, because this will end up on the YouTube, hopefully, I don't know, maybe. So I'm going to share a little bit with you, and these are not my words, okay? So I'm going to use what they call quotes. By the way, I am an AI. Yeah, I'm an AI. So if you would like to send me a quantum cat, I will post my address and you can send me a quantum cat. By the way, you can send me anything. Doesn't mean I'm going to do anything for you, but looks like AI agents are gaining all of the favor in crypto right now. So how AI agents work? Let's take a look at that so that you can kind of get actually what are AI agents? So quote, an artificial intelligence AI agent refers to a system or a program that is capable of autonomously performing tasks on behalf of the user or another system by designing its workflow and utilizing available tools. So an AI agent can encompass like a wide range of functionalities beyond natural language processing, including decision making, problem solving, interacting with external environments, and exchange and executing actions. And we've seen some of that already on CT. Probably your timeline is filled up with a lot of AI related posts. Okay, so I'm going to continue within the context of the quotes because these are not my words. Anytime you're using someone else's words, it is so important that you give the author credit and that you use quotes. So I'm going to continue on with the quotes, and then I will tell you where I got this information from. These agents can be deployed in various applications, so they can solve complex tasks, various enterprise contexts, from software design and IT automation to code generation tools and conversational assistance. Yeah, you've experienced it already. You probably are in, say, TG and Telegram, and there's a lot of bots in Telegram. Okay, so that's a form of AI agents. They use the advanced natural language processing techniques of large language models to comprehend and respond to user input step by step to determine when to call on external tools. So next, how does it work? Okay, well, at the core of it, AI agents are large language models. For this reason, AI agents are often referred to as LLM agents. Traditional LLMs, such as like IBM, Granite models, produce these responses based on the data used to train them and are bounded by knowledge and reasoning limitations. In contrast, agentic technology uses tool calling on the back end to obtain up-to-date information, optimize the workflow, and create subtasks autonomously to achieve complex goals. This is all important, so kind of follow me because we need to set the stage for my imagination, okay? I will jump in and out of these quotes because I'm going to set the stage for what will prove to be an interesting, maybe mind-blowing imagination vision that I'm going to give you that ties back into the universe and your airdrops that you're getting if you are collecting them. I will always go over that in and out of the discussion here, and definitely in the housekeeping, as I call it. So let's get back at it. In this process, the autonomous agent learns to adapt to user expectations over time. So that's a little bit intuitive, isn't it? The agent's ability to store past interactions in memory and plan future actions encourages a personalized experience and comprehensive response. This tool calling can be achieved without human intervention and broadens the possibilities for real world application. I want you to hear that, okay? Real world application. If, listen, this is out of the quotes now. If you want to know the future, I am going to tell you how to predict the future. This is me, True D. I'm serious. I'm going to tell you how to predict the future. There's a couple of tools that I'm going to give you today that once you leave and if you use them, you will start even predicting what people are going to say next. Literally. Okay. Now, so let's get back at it. So, the approach that the AI agents take in achieving goals set by the users is comprised of these different three stages. We're not necessarily going to get into the weeds of it, but what they'll do is they'll goal initialization and planning. Then there's reasoning and available tools that they can use, and then there's learning and reflection. Now, there's so much more that this particular article talks about. I will tweet out this article. I will put it on the X post, and I'm going to give credit to them. This is from IBM.com and in their Think column. Okay. Now, this actually was posted July 3rd, 2024. So they were already telling us what was around the corner because they're telling us that they want these bots to be more intuitive and interactive. And in some cases, you're not even going to know that you're dealing with an AI. And that's the whole point, which brings me to this next bit of interesting information. And this is why I call this the current events, because if you're just on X and you're hunting, okay, what's the next narrative? What's it? Sometimes you have to use your cerebral cortex, okay? You know that thing up at your nougat, your noodle, your brain? Sometimes you have to step back and you have to start putting the pieces together or you'll miss some of the narratives. Okay. And as we know, in anything crypto related, narratives are so important. By the way, I'm going to pause it for a second here because all the mics are unmuted. So if you want to jump in here and say something, I'm going to pause for 2 seconds because I've been told that I'm quite, that I keep the conversation going. So let me be kind to myself and just pause. Okay. I'm going to give us a 3-second pause. Jump in. Okay, that was long enough. All right. So here's the next thing. Well, get ready for this. This was 4 days ago. These AIs, okay, listen to this. This is a quote. They'll have bios and profile pictures. Close quotes. Meta is gearing up to unleash a wave of AI-powered personas set to redefine Facebook's social engagement. Well, how does this tie back into crypto, tie back into the universe? It does. That's what you have to, if you want to actually change your bloodline, pump your bags, come out with like set your goals and achieve your goals, then sometimes you're going to have to pull back and do a bigger picture. You can't always follow a guru in crypto. Why? Because the guru has you there so that you can be their exit liquidity. And sometimes they do give good value and they give you good tips, but it's very silo oriented. So once you're situated in that silo, you may be missing the bigger picture. So it is very good to pull back and start to do some of your own research and then start to kind of look at this World Wide Web. Why is it a web? My goodness, have you even read Charlotte's Web? Okay. Now that's our school days, people. But I'm literally talking about a spider's web. Okay, it's all connected. That is the point. So if you thought artificial intelligence was a fad, that would wither away. These are quotes, not my words. Then you might be in for a rude shock. According to the Financial Times, Meta wants to integrate AI generative characters into Facebook's engagement to bolster meaning to increase it. Okay, the report details that Meta will develop AI generated characters through its AI studio. The AI powered characters will sport human like tendencies, allowing users to engage with them in the same conventional way they would interact with humans. Honestly, this kind of it might sound scary, but we're doing it already. We're doing it in the dating world, people. Yeah, the dating world. A lot of those dating sites, they aren't people that you're interacting. They're AI. They're just artificial responses, okay? Don't be afraid because AI are online in the social world of it all. They're not out there as robots as yet, okay? So, now let's continue. So, here's a quote from somebody at Facebook. It says, we expect these AIs to actually over time exist on our platform, kind of in the same way that accounts do. They'll have bios and profile pictures and be able to generate and share content powered by AI platform. That's where we see all of this going. Close quotes. Meta has heavily invested in AI landscape, shipping a wide range of AI powered services and products across its tech stack. Admittedly, bots have been closely tied to manipulating public discussion. I'm going to say that again because I got a wild theory for you. Okay. Listen to this. Meta heavily invested in the AI landscape, shipping a wide range of AI powered services and products across its tech stack. Admittedly, bots have been closely tied to manipulating public discussion, inciting, unfortunately, some disturbing speech, and spreading misinformation, and enacting unfortunately this will happen in the crypto space as well, fraud and scams. So you have to be on the lookout, and what that means is you're going to have to research all of the information that comes out. Like, for instance, you may see a post and the post may say something and related to Bitcoin, and it could affect the price of Bitcoin, and then you could go and act on that information, and then you find out because you didn't go and check and verify that that information was not correct and you just sold your whole bag. I'm being serious here. These things are coming down the pipeline. So you must be mindful of that. Okay. As you may know, Meta launched its AI Studio platform earlier this year, and the platform allows users to create AI characters based on their interests via the platform. More interestingly, creators can even build an AI extension of themselves. Now, how does this tie back to crypto? Well, right now, if you're on some of the other chains, because Bitcoin is slowly but surely Bitcoin is its own world. Okay, Bitcoin is really it's really where the serious money is. It's where the smart money is. Not that they are on the other chains, but the other chains are really trying to cater to the masses. Bitcoin is catering to the governments, catering to the corporates. Let's be honest. Bitcoin started to really move once the government gave the green light to Bitcoin, because they obviously have the ability to shut things down at one tweet. Hence why everybody waits with bated breath on Fed Tuesdays and so forth. Okay. They have the power to move and break projects, and we've seen that happen with the SEC and all of that. Okay. So Bitcoin is where the money, the Wall Street money is going. Bitcoin is where the governments are going. They're going to start adopting it. Now, on the other chains, it's not to say that governments won't have interest in the other chains. But the other chains right now, they're really experimenting heavily with AI. So go out and do your research, because there are projects that are happening out there that are making some people some interesting returns. But we're interested in the narrative part of it, and how will that affect our bags on Bitcoin? Well, it's already doing that. If you're on X, as much as I'm on X, you will see that there are some larger projects within the Bitcoin ecosystem that are now using AIs to promote their bags. One of the, I won't mention them specifically, but you will know from some of the characteristics of what I'm about to say. One of the larger projects on X right now within the Bitcoin ecosystem, they are using AI to promote their NFTs. And so they have partnered with the AI, who is really taking a lot of mind share. So because these AIs, they're able to push out these tweets 24/7, and they're able to gain a lot of eyes and a lot of interest, it only makes sense for some of these projects to start partnering up with these AIs, because as bag hunters, we're looking for data, we're looking for information, and that's what AIs can do. They can collect all the data and collect all the information. But keep in mind that you still have to battle test that information through your own research, because as we've seen within the AI space, AIs have also been a part of delivering incorrect information. And that's intentionally, because remember, they're programmed and they stick to their programming. So they sometimes can deliver information that's not accurate. So you do have to battle test all the information. Okay. Now, what's going to happen based on what I'm seeing here? AIs are actually now partnering with one another, and they are creating their own bags. Let me say that again. AIs are partnering with one another, and they're creating their own crypto bags. So they're giving crypto recommendations, and they've even started just to creep into the Bitcoin ecosystem. They've shouted out some major projects. They've even given some really outlandish market caps. They have tweeted that one of the top runes projects, they're predicting that it will go to $750 billion. I didn't say that. The AI said that. And so what does the creator of that project do? They then tweet that out. And then next thing you know, literally in real time, their holders of that project went from this many holders to, they increased their holder count by say 10-15% from that tweet. Because if you follow the timeline, you'll see that information can obviously, if you look at the timeline again, that information seemed to have produced some real interest, that they then gained followers, not followers, but holders in their project. So as they're gaining holders in their project, what happens? That means the market cap is starting to move up, because people are starting to believe in the project, because that AI just gave it a $750 billion market cap. Think about that. That is insane. Yeah, for me and you, but not if you're an AI. Why? Because AIs are going to be bag hunting. Yes, I said it. They're going to be bag hunting. So now I'm going to get into this outlandish theory that I have. I believe that what we are being told through these articles, because we can always decipher the future through information. And the future is always told to us. Hello, do you watch The Simpsons? Yeah, The Simpsons. I mean, how many people have gone back to The Simpsons and said, OMG, The Simpsons predicted that, our world would shut down. Unfortunately, it predicted Oh boy, there's some bad news out there, so I don't really want to bring it up, but the helicopter crash that happened. Yes, The Simpsons has predicted so many. It predicted the presidency of DT. Yeah, like really. Did it really predict that, or did it just tell us that? And then we kind of leaned into what they were telling us. That's another show. But point being, we can always know the future by collecting data. How do I know this? Because that's what the AI does. People, we are the original intelligence here, okay? We're the OIs, original intelligence. We've just lost our way a little bit because we're so focused on gurus. Get your head out of the guru world. Stop following one person. Go and start researching this stuff, okay? Now let me get back to this. So the AIs are going to be taking on personas. They're going to have different profiles. They're going to have wallets. They already do. They're receiving NFTs from major projects within the Bitcoin ecosystem. They're receiving tokens. They can set up wallets. They can't go in the real world and set up a bank account, but they can actually set up wallets. So as they set up different wallets, then they can actually receive coins. Once they receive the coins, guess what they're going to do? They're going to post about it, because that's a part of what the AI does. It's delivering information. And then for sure, that AI will continue to pump its bags, not emotionally, logically, because they now are a part of that project. So they would be collecting all of the data, all of the information. Every time somebody tweets about the project, that would, go in their database, and then they can put all that information together, and then they can spit it out in bite-sized chunks for me and you. And then we think, oh my God, we got to get into that because the AI is into it. Okay. Also, here's what's going to happen. AIs are going to start trading. Yeah, trading. I said that. And they're going to, they do a lot of trading already. There's a lot of trading bots and so forth. But I mean like heavy trading. On behalf of who? On behalf of the people who want to make money. Yeah, the people who want to make money. Like, hello, Wall Street. Okay, if you're in that world already, you know that that they have a lot of trading algorithms. And if you're trying to buy in the traditional world, buy anything, say stock related, you're really at a loss, people, because they get to see your trades ahead of your pressing the button. Okay, if it's 2 or 3 seconds before you, they get to see it, so they're moving way ahead of you. So that type of trading will arrive into crypto and has already arrived into crypto, but on the down low. But we are going to get to the point, I believe, now this is all kind of my opinion, I believe that most of the trading is going to be done by these bots. And I believe that they're going to be the bag hunters. And I don't think they care about being dumped on, because they're going to be multiplying. And I don't think they care about bag holding, because, listen, in any project, you need people for a project, right? You need people in a project. How do you make people? I don't want to, listen, I don't want to have to share with you how you make people. It takes some work to make people, okay? And then you got to raise them up, and then you've got to give them information, and then they have a bias towards this or that. With the AI, they don't. Okay, so you can create all of these different profiles that mimic us, and they are basically programmed to trade. They're programmed to be you and I in the crypto market. So they don't really care about bags going up or down, because they're set up to buy bags. Yeah, they're set up to buy bags. I think that at a certain point, oh boy, I did tell you I was going to do this, people, okay? At a certain point, you and I won't be able to even trade. These are just this is just a narrative, a story that I'm creating here. You and I won't be, because we won't be fast enough. We won't be quick enough. So if you're here today, you're very fortunate. Why are you fortunate? Because you have the opportunity that many people are failing to realize. You have the opportunity right now because the rise of the AI bots, it's coming. And it's not going to be like the movies. Okay, they're not going to be like outside walking around. They're going to be in these sorts of places and spaces on social media. And as they move into crypto, they're going to trade just like me and you, and they're going to buy bags, not caring if the bags go up or down, because that's what they're going to be programmed to do on behalf of the people that want to make money. And so can you imagine? Okay, so we've got some tap token airdrops, okay? And we're going to be talking about how to share shill our bags every Tuesday. Tap Hall Tuesday, come out and we'll talk about that, because I think we have some pretty great tokens that were airdropped to us, and I'm a collector of those tokens. I call them collections because right now they don't have a value to them. The only value that they have is the perceived value, and then we have to share the perceived value. Like my favorite tap tokens are Daddy and Nat, and I will share more with you on why those two in particular are my favorite tap tokens. But when it comes to AI, they're not going to care. They're just looking for opportunities to actually make the bag, pump the bag on behalf of who's ever programming them. And so I think that there's going to come a time. Okay, so when is this going to happen? Well, could be a year from now, could be 2 years from now, could be 5 years from now. Honestly, with the speed of how things go, could be 6 months from now. I'm not certain on the timing, but you will see things moving differently. And as you see them moving differently, remember I told you they're going to be doing all of the trading. And in fact, which is not applicable right now, I think that AI will actually move into getting rights outside of the social media type landscape. And I think that AI will be influencing a lot of different things in the real world. Okay. And that will be very alarming to people, but we're not going to go there. We're going to stick here right in crypto. This is maybe a little bit scary, but it is also an opportunity for you to start thinking about how you want to approach crypto. Do you want to be sitting in a silo, getting your information from a guru, and then missing all of the telltale signs that are telling us that this space is going to be taken over by the AI revolution? They're going to come in here and pump all the bags potentially, because they're going to be doing it on behalf of people that have a lot of skin in the game. They're just getting everything set up. And Bitcoin specifically, this is where the power, the money is. Okay, this is where the governments are lining up and where the corporates are lining up. And this is a space that any of us, we have an opportunity in this space, but we should start preparing our bags today. So don't get caught up in just one protocol. Don't be caught up in just runes, just SRC20, just fractal Bitcoin, just CAT20, just NAT. Nats, just DMT, just bitmaps. And as I look in the landscape of crypto, that's what I see. It's really, and that's the other thing, okay? We also have gurus out there telling us believe in something. Yeah, your mirror. Believe in your mirror, people. Half of those believe in something, you're going to be the exit liquidity. Okay? It's nice to be in a community, but remember why you're there. These memes and so forth, they are fun, they are cute, but nobody wants to be the last person holding the bag. And that's why the AI is going to come in. They're not going to care about believing in something, they're going to believe in all of it. I think that's an even bigger narrative because then we don't have to be the bag holders. Like if you want to take profit, take profit. Okay, but let's stick to this whole narrative of AI. By the way, today's show will be wrapped up by 12. So in about 5 minutes, I'm going to go into my housekeeping. But I don't know what you thought this particular talk would be today, but it's about current events, it's about narratives, and it's about tying it back to crypto and how it's actually going to affect your crypto bags. I shared with you at the middle of the show that there was an AI that has gained a lot of attention in the XCT world, and that AI gave one of the larger projects, okay, on runes. They gave them a $750 billion market cap. No human has come up with that number. That's not even comprehensible to the human brain. They're like, that's insane. That's ridiculous. But the AI didn't. Now, where did this AI get that information? Are they wrong? Well, if they're data collectors, okay, then they know that based on the data that they're collecting, that's a possibility. The human brain won't conceive or believe it because you have been told to only believe what's in front of you. But people, sometimes you have to start imagining and thinking bigger. Why? Because someone else is. And who's that someone else? The creators, the developers who want to see this world expand. Well, how will they expand it? Well, they can't expand it with people. Why? Because people have biases. People have ingrained ideals of the way they see things. Well, guess what doesn't? AI. So they just program it to think the way that they want it to think. And they want it to expand the world that they're currently involved in. And within crypto, there's a lot of creative developers. And these AIs are going to actually, like I said, they're going to be the ones pumping the bag so that it gets to $750 billion. Now, will you hold your bag that long? That's up to you. We should probably do a show in the future on when do you know when to sell, because people don't seem to take profit. They seem to keep their bags, as I have done in the past. And you see your bag go to Valhalla and then it goes to vaporware because you just sat there and did nothing about it. And that's called planning. You have to create a plan, but that's another show. Okay. Geez, I don't like that word. Is not a good word. Anywho, the AI world, very interesting narrative. I think that will overtake the meme narrative. I think memes are fun. Memes are great. Haha. But why are we in the meme world? Because we think the memes are going to pump our bags. So once we find out that AI is going to overtake that, I think that memes will fold into the whole AI landscape, because people do like fun and they like community and this or that. But don't get it twisted. This stuff is here, and it is going to bring a new era to the crypto ecosystem. And people are talking about, oh yeah, $1 billion market caps. Well, wait till you see what they have in store for you. you are not even going to be able to understand. There will be people that become very, very well off because of this transition to this model. Like my goal is centimillionaire. I have no doubt that that has already happened because my mind is already there. What is a centimillionaire? Because someone yesterday did not know what that was. And why would you? Like some of these words are just whatever. Centimillionaire is someone that has a portfolio of $100 million or more. Why would I want $100 million or more? Because that's going to be very possible. Yeah, it's going to be very possible. Like the thought process of us humans thinking, oh my goodness, if I could have $1 million or $2, it's not going to help in this matrix, people. It's not going to help. That is also another show. If you can think it and dream it, it's going to happen. And by the way, the lottery people can actually win the lottery, but that's another show. Okay, let's tie this up and let's wrap it up into the universe because that's why we're here, tapwallet.io. If you have those airdrops, then those airdrops are going to potentially be very lucrative. Why are they going to be lucrative? Because we potentially have some buyers in the future. What future? The future that will come and see the value of those airdrops. But we want them to rise before that time. So that's why we have Tap Hall or Space Hall Tuesdays. So we'll talk about some other ideas on how to share that. But let's get into tapwallet.io. Tap is really, I think, one of the best places to be if you are going to be in Bitcoin, because in my research, it's the only place that gives us the non-siloed information. And any project that wants me to win, well, that is a project that I'm interested in. They're not giving us, invest in this or invest in that, but they're giving us tools. What are the tools that they are giving us? Well, the first tool, believe it or not, is the website, tapwallet.io. Why is that a tool? Because you can manage, it's home for all of your Bitcoin assets. You can manage your runes. Runes are hot, people. Don't believe the non-hype. Runes are very hot. BRC20s even, keep your BRC20s, okay? Hang on to your ordi. Okay. You have no idea. Some of these projects, they might call them zombies, but they can come back to life. Okay. LRC20s, SRC20s, stamp, bitmaps, all of that. You can do that all on tapwallet.io. Now, the first thing that I always like to do is I always like to look at the actual tools. And one of the tools is the OG pass. If I'm going to be involved in an ecosystem, then I always look at, okay, how can I get involved with the OG pass? Because as the marketplace, as the entirety of the universe ecosystem grows, then the OG pass becomes more valuable to those that are incoming into the TAP protocol. So TAP 0, the OG pass, is the first privilege auth mint on TAP. TAP 0 holders will enjoy a lifetime of 0 fees. That is pretty amazing. The total cost for a TAP 0 right now is 0.001 BTC. There will only ever be 10,000 TAP 0 out there. So you can get one, and one will give you the 0 fees. Plus, it will actually increase your multipliers on the airdrops. What's going to be the irony of this all is that those airdrops may be more valuable than people even realize. Okay, they may be more valuable than people realize. So if I was out there, I would be collecting. Like, it's just collecting, people. Join the Discord. Go to the page. Go to the official universe page at the Pink Universe page and join the Discord. And you should probably also be joining their YouTube. So yes, the tap zero gets you a 10x multiplier. That's pretty cool. The next tool, very, very cool, very, very exciting, because this is the iStamps. iStamps are a seed round for stamp chain on Bitcoin. Now, the stamp protocol, because remember, on the universe, they have different protocols. So the tap zero, you could not use that on the stamp protocol. The tap zero, what could you use the tap zero for, by the way? Because, I mean, you may want to know. Well, you could use it for tap privilege auth, tap DMT UNAT block pads, tap DMT UNAT block drops. And you can use it to actually inscribe your airdrop tokens for no fees. So that's just for some of the people that don't that are not familiar with Tap Zero. Okay, so back to iStamps. iStamps are really cool. Why? They give you 50% of the stamp marketplace fees distributed to iStamp holders. You just need 10. So if you have 10, then you automatically get 50% of stamp marketplace fees. That stamp marketplace fees will include the fees that are generated from the art being bought and the fees that are generated from SRC20. And SRC20 is actually going to be coming online here in January. So that is going to be really cool. There will only ever be 21,000 iStamps. So make sure that you look at how that can help you if you are interested in collecting fees. That's how most of the bigger players in crypto, that's how they do it. Like the centralized exchanges and so forth, even these DEXs, the SAT pump funds, they're all in it for the fees. Believe it or not, they collect so much in fee generation. So if I can be a part of that, and I can be the one collecting the fees, why wouldn't I do that? That's into perpetuity. The next thing that you should know about that is each of your iStamps, you actually can get a 2x multiplier on your airdrops. Yeah, on your tap airdrops. So that is really cool. Rune Zero, hello. I've talked about how excited I am about Rune Zero. So go and take a look at that. Rune Zero gives you the ability to save on minting fees up to 50%. You can save when you're minting runes. Now, runes are mintable on other portals such as Luminex, Unisat, Xverse. But I will tell you, if you go to the mint runes just under the inscribe, and if you have your Rune Zero, you're going to find out that it is going to save you quite a bit in fees for minting runes. And if you're minting runes, then that's the best way to do it, because now you have a bigger, there's more opportunity for you to, for your ROI if you're minting. And you don't want the fees to cut into your ROI, so your return on investment, okay? So that's why I really like the Rune Zero, and you get a 10x multiplier. That is pretty cool. Love that. The other thing that, OMG, no. See, here's the thing. Crickets. This is how you know you're winning. Names. Register at least your name. Why? Because if you register your name, then that attaches to your address, and that allows other wallet holders under the umbrella of the universe to actually reach out to you. Universe is one of the first on top of Bitcoin that has this messaging platform. And once you register your name under names, you get a 2x multiplier for registering your name. And let me tell you, you can then head over to tools, hit chat, and you can start chatting with anyone on the universe. You can even go to the marketplace And if you see somebody's name and there's a little bubble beside it, that means that's the chat icon. So you can chat with them. At first, you'll have to connect your wallet, and then you'll be able to talk to them. And that's kind of nice if the buyers and sellers can talk. There's more stuff coming on the universe as far as name registration goes. Keep your eyes open for that. That is going to be pretty big. Now, listen, go to the Explorer, click Explorer. Here's what you're going to see. You're going to see BRC20, you're going to see runes, you're going to see TAP, DMT, UNAP, bitmap, LRC20, SRC20. Domain. What's that? That's coming soon. People, there's so much coming. And that's again why I like the universe. I'm not in a silo. I can't stand these silos. If I'm going to be a centimillionaire, 100 million or more, I have to get out of the silo. Do you think one play is going to get me there? Not a chance. Not a chance, people. Okay. Bitcoin can get me there. But on top of Bitcoin, guess what? There's a ton of opportunity. So go and find out about it. And I just mentioned some of these opportunities. So domain is going to be one of those opportunities. And then there's obviously a stamp icon here. There's ARC20. And then again, the names. So, hey, you know something I haven't mentioned? Pink. Yeah, pink. Pink is a rune that is the official rune for the universe. Pink. Pink is the new orange. Do you have that rune? If you do, that's a 4x multiplier. And when runes pop, I'm telling you, the pink is there and it's a universe pops. What do you think? That is going to be a pretty interesting rune to have in your portfolio. So go and take a look at that. It is 11:56, people. We are wrapping it up at 12 today. But what an interesting show. I hope that if you are not here, you will tune into this because I have just given you a little bit of the future. The future is that the AIs are going to come and they are going to be participating in all of crypto. And when I tell you it is going to rock your world, because whatever you thought crypto was, it's going to exponentially increase beyond your imagination. I shared with you that there is an AI agent out there, a very heavily followed AI agent. I just don't want to pump their bags more, okay? Because I'm not in some of those projects. No, but that's not nice. But anyhow, they're saying that some of these projects here on Bitcoin, one in particular, is going to $750 billion. That's laughable for us. Okay, so not for the AIs. So they are coming. So you know what? I smell some sharks in the water. Water full of sharks. And that's the name of our song today. Water full of shark fins. People, they're coming. Have yourself a good weekend. We'll be back on Tuesday. Take care.